the president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, actually confirmed to press that he called the FIFA President Gianni Infantino, asking the body, the World Football Governing Body, to review the red card, issued for Lani Balogun during their round of 16 game against Bosnia, and that has actually, attracts or sparked a whole lot of debate, a whole lot of criticism on FIFA. And I think, for me, if you ask me, this has actually not put FIFA in a very, very, good position. And one of we've seen a whole lot of statements, from Belgian FA. We saw statement from Belgian FA, but the strongest, statement was actually that of UEFA, saying that FIFA has actually compromised, the integrity of football, and they've actually brought the game into disrepute by actually overturning that red card.
Well, it is what it is. Disappointment is the word. I don't think there's any other word that you can use to describe this one. There's rules, and then when the situation like this starts to occur, when you're turning off your own rules because of what do we call it? Is it political power or pull or what have you? Because how does this have to do with anything close to politics? Because what I see there is mere politics. It's Trump. Yes, we know he can get things when he wants to. Yes, but this is football, and I don't think that full power should be coming into football.
Yes, listening to Donald Trump, he insisted that what you just saw right there was not a red card. I don't know what you guys think.
Trump was not a footballer, and Trump is not a footballer. And it leaves sore taste in the mouth that Trump was now saying that he asked FIFA to review. So he took Trump, to ask FIFA to review that. And Trump saying that
not even the American.
What does Donald Trump understand about football? Yes, it's a contact game, but there are laws and there are regulations, and those regulations must be abided. But so it's so sad that FIFA could be this political. I mean, that's why the Three Lions too, they are saying, look, it's Kansas red card, then you have to overturn. That, and they have the right to also say overturn Kansas red card too.
Is FIFA political or just toothless when it comes to issue of America?
I think it's both. They found themselves in a space where now they don't have any power. It's almost like they cannot even follow their own rules. And the problem now is not even what is going on now. The problem is what is going to happen afterwards. Because how do you tell teams when they come now and tell you, if you try that with Russia, for example, and then the president says this kind of thing, what do you tell him? Do you tell him?
I think US will have actually come out gun blazing. They will have called Putin all sort of name, a dictator, whatever. Yeah. I'm just buttressing what you said. Okay. If Putin was in this position, he made a call to FIFA to review something. Russia also hosted the World Cup in 2018. And there was no interference.
He allowed FIFA to run its course. Yeah. And what we saw is maybe host advantage. Because it's an advantage for the. I know it shouldn't be, but the only time I could use is host advantage for the United States. But I mean, good one for the Belgium that they spanked. Regardless, they spanked, and Bafana Balogun had a terrible game yesterday. He was asked after the game that did that affect, and truly said no. You can't blame Bafana Balogun because he said when he was suspended, he took it in good faith, and when he was called back, he had to. So it's not his fault that he was called back into the game. But it's quite lopsided. What we're seeing from FIFA. This shouldn't be. Since the day they gave Trump inaugural peace award, I've known they say those that say politics is not part of football. Politics is now part of football. And politics and football now.
I still don't think politics is part of football. It's just that some people are struggling, to actually separate.
Okay, but why should FIFA give Trump inaugural peace award Why?
It's just to persuade him.
Persuade. That's why he's now part of. He's now part of football. If you are now to persuade.
Let's listen to Donald Trump regarding what regarding the decision of FIFA and what he has to say. Obviously, we want to hear, from the horse's mouth. He claimed it wasn't a red card, and he also praised Harry Kane, for being a very, very good football player. He said Folari missed that game, probably could have been a stain on the World Cup. I don't think Folari is even as big, as Saka or big as what's his name, Noni, to think that Folari mix.
He was so outstanding prior to the Belgium's game. He has been so outstanding for United States.
Yes.
Scored 3 goals.
Let's hear Donald Trump.
It was not a guy punching somebody in the face or anything that would be different. And I think it's a terrible if they wouldn't allow a top player, maybe the best, maybe among the best players, what to do. I can't tell him what to do, but and I don't believe he made the decision. I think it was a committee that made the decision, and they made the right decision because number one, it wasn't a foul, and you want to see a game with your best players. You don't want to say, how would you feel if I took, we take Messi out? Look, he ran into somebody. Or we took Ronaldo. Ronaldo, you bumped into somebody, we're going to take you out of a game. He's great. Or Harry Kane. Harry Kane, we're going to take you out of the game, Harry, because you happen to hit somebody a little bit harder than... You can't do that. If you would have taken him out, I think it would have really stained this incredible champion. We got to have our best players, and Belgium's got a great team, by the way. We got to have our best players, and they have to have their best. And if we win or we lose, it's fair. Otherwise, let's say we lost him and we lose the game. It would be a terrible thing. So I think they made a really brilliant decision. I think the referee's call was horrible. And nobody talks about that. They talk about the red card like it's fine. Nobody talks. The referee's decision to red card. I didn't know what the hell a red card was. When I found out, I said, you got to be kidding. This guy just hands up. Okay, your best player's not going to play next week or in the next game. I said, wow, that's a lot of power. That's terrible. But then
Yes, sir. The president of United States of America, he said after saying that, he said it's laughable, and he told the referee must be kidding, to give a red card for that. I don't know.
Coaches also do that. We saw Kansas red card, and Tuchel saying that wasn't a foul. Kansas shouldn't have seen red, for that foul. So we've also seen coaches, but just seeing it at this level, and particularly saying he had to tell FIFA to review. It's just like throwing FIFA under the bus. That he took the United States president to review, and something you've not done for how many years? You did it for Folari.
It hasn't happened before.
And interestingly, if Folari didn't play, and they had lost yesterday, so I've been saying, it was because Folari Balogun didn't play. That was right. But despite him playing, they were well spanked, and I thank Belgium for that.
But I think Trump should have been a little bit diplomatic. He doesn't have to mention FIFA. Because for me, I think he threw FIFA under the bus. I mean, reading the statement from UEFA yesterday, and I was like, FIFA is actually losing power year by year. Just a couple of days ago, during Argentina against Cape Verde, I saw the video of FIFA president saying he suffered with Argentina. And people actually took that personal. That you are the FIFA president. Both teams they belong to an association under you. But we could argue that it's an accidental.
Yes, but it's still red. That was reckless. Yeah. That was a reckless challenge, reckless tackle. So even it's been an accident, that won't exonerate you from getting the red. That guy could have dislocated his ankle. That guy could have been out for 1 year, for 2 years, just because of that. So yes, it was an accident. It was not intentional. But that doesn't exonerate you from receiving red. The rule is the rule. That was reckless from.
Let's talk about the position of FIFA. Following that decision now, a lot of people have started calling probably for the resignation of Gianni Infantino, or better still, that a better candidate should actually come forward to lead FIFA. They don't believe that this guy has what it takes. If you can pander, to Donald Trump and compromise the integrity of football, it means that probably you are not the man, to lead football, because in football, it's all about fairness, equity, and justice. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, sure. It's definitely going to have a tough time in the next election. Even this World Cup, there has been talks about people struggling to go into the country, the Iran issue, the Senegalese guys, how they were sacked and all of that. So already there are talks about how this World Cup is going. There's talk about not bringing water into the stadium. All these things. There's talk about the water break, which is said to not be needed in this World Cup, because it's not just the break, they're advertising while we go on the break. So it means that you're using this water break as an advantage to do the adverts that you're doing. So basically, people are already talking about these things, and now you go on to alter. That's what I will use for it. Alter football rule, because the US president asks you to do that, because literally that's what he's telling him to do. If he tells you, oh, that wasn't the red card, and then you come out and say, okay, you suspend the guy's suspension, then.
And I think Moses, somehow, looking at this World Cup, I think it looks more of like, it used to be more of like a celebration of the world, a fiesta kind of, despite the fact that we have hosts, we don't normally see the World Cup tailored, around the cultural heritage or the commercial value of the host countries. But somehow, United States have been able to make this look like another version of Super Bowl. In the final of the World Cup, we are going to have a halftime show, just like a normal Super Bowl. Now we are having a commercial break, like Akim mentioned, that they use to advertise, and mostly these are for American companies, for American audience, and all of that. Just a couple of hours ago as well, I saw the issue about the boxing bout between Joshua and Tyson Fury, with the promoter saying for them, in order for them to have what it takes or what they wanted, they must actually tailor the bout, towards the American market, which means that the bout may actually happen around 4 a.m. UK time, which is more of like probably afternoon or around early morning, in United States of America as well. So looking at this World Cup and looking at how FIFA has actually probably put themselves in this position, I think maybe FIFA may be thinking they have to do something. They have to do something extraordinary to correct, the notion on the street. It's like the United States, because they're the most powerful nation in the world, they are running FIFA. As long as this World Cup is here, they are running the FIFA, and they are still running the economy.
Yes, although they've been addressing, some of these, concerns regarding the hydration break. There was a time they had a press conference, and Infantino saying nothing is coming, into their pockets due to the advert commercials during that break.
So obviously all that is going for, who is taking all that money? If nothing is going to FIFA. The sponsors will take the money. That they had finalized all of that before the hydration break came into play. And the hydration break, because they felt like, let it be uniform, instead of game A would observe hydration break, game B won't observe, that it will be an undue advantage for the coaches in game A, while for those in game B, maybe because of the stadium may be covered and all of that. That was why they decided at Vancouver that let all the matches, enjoy or observe the hydration breaks. I'm talking about culture. Well, there's no way we can take culture away, completely. Even in Qatar, remember when in the same Infantino telling Europeans that, look, you have to respect Qatar. If they are saying they don't want rainbow, they don't want promotion of LGBTQ, then you have to respect that. And I think I commended him for standing up that time. And as if he told the Europeans that shut up, and everybody just kept quiet, because he was very unequivocal about it. You have to respect their culture. You can't come here and be doing things that they do not align with. And he also talks about Europe, colonizing the rest of the world. That Europe does not have moral
nothing came out of it.
To criticize Qatar.
UEFA didn't put up a statement. Nobody put up a statement. Just felt like
but that was the right thing to do.
That was the right thing to do. So even with this now, we don't expect United will have certain caution. United States will see. For example, the Super Bowl you talked about.
The Super Bowl arrangement in the World Cup final.
It's not about the entertainment of it. It's in the middle. It's during the halftime. Or would they extend the halftime because of that entertainment?
Who knows? So do you think there's something they cannot do now?
I mean, I don't even see that as a big deal. I don't. By the time we are taking it to another continent, Saudi Arabia, comes next.
Yeah, in 2030.
We don't know actually, because we know the weather situation in Saudi Arabia is also
hot.
Similar. It's also hot, but they will try to have it during the winter and all of that. But next World Cup, it won't be like this. May not be like this. Hydration breaks. Because even you see the fans booing because it has no place in football.
Absolutely.
We enjoy our football 2 halves.
I watch a fan say that there was AC in the stadium and they are going on hydration break. Why?
That I said.
It's not hot.
That they felt it should be literally cool. They felt it should be uniform, so that game A has that advantage. Game B doesn't have that advantage. Despite having
the
AC,
the hydration break is somehow maybe just an opportunity for them to run commercials.
That's it.
It's just
commercials. Nothing comes into the.
I understand FIFA is trying to look at
this money is. I mean. Advertisers are making the money all around.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not isolated within the American market alone. Even the pay TV, the right holders in Africa, they're also making money from it. So everybody is making money.
You are right. What if FIFA is getting something, that we don't know? At the back. What if you are getting caught at the back? Let's talk about football anyway. Let's talk about football, because the most important thing is FIFA under Gianni Infantino will remain questionable. The image of FIFA will actually remain, questionable. And people have been talking about election. For now, I think this man, when it comes to the election, I think he's going to win.
Election is March 18th.
Election is March
18th. He has a challenger. So you cannot blame him. Nobody has.
Even if a challenger eventually come forward, Infantino has Africa on the lockdown. Africa is
there are 211 federations
in Africa.
So he has 11 entities with vote.
He has Africa on the lockdown. CONMEBOL as well. South America is locked in that place. The only issue is UEFA. So even Asia, he has Asia on the lock as well. Because he has given them more money, he has increased the revenue and all of that. But the most important thing, we just hope that FIFA will actually find their bearing after this World Cup, because United States President has done nothing, but to just expose FIFA that they are not as powerful as people think they are. Okay, let's talk about